Hi, this is Lena, and in this video, I want to break down the simplest but most effective organic sales funnel that you can use if you have a high-ticket coaching on your Instagram account. Why I tell you that is because I scaled my own coaching business to over 4 million in sales with that specific funnel and generate over 10 millions for my clients. So let us directly dive in. Let me just share my screen here. So before we even dive into the funnel itself, which is again a super simple one, I would not even consider it as a funnel because it's super simple. Anyway, before we even go into that, make sure that two things are working for you before we go into that: audience and offer. So what I mean by that is, if your audience right now, or if your client avatar says something like, women mid-20 working a 9-to-5 job, you're not deep enough, right? So we want to make sure that we know our audience so deep that it already feels kind of scary, right? So what I want to say is that you want to figure out the 2 a.m. ChatGPT chats of your audience. Like if this is something that you know, like the 2 a.m. ChatGPT chats, like this is what you need to know about your target audience, right? What are people typing into ChatGPT in the middle of the night when they can't sleep? If you know this is golden. Like this is your content. This is later on your hook, right? So figure that out first. Second, what is your offer? Like your offer needs to be irresistible. If your offer is, I'm selling 3 sessions for $1,500, that's not an irresistible offer. An irresistible offer is a transformation plus a guarantee plus bonuses. Make it irresistible. Get them everything they need to actually achieve their goal. Make it super irresistible. Now, if you are sure that your audience, that you know your audience so well, that you know their 2 a.m. ChatGPT chats, if your offer is irresistible enough, we can go ahead with the funnel, okay? So first off, your funnel is content, which is a hook, value, and CTA, all organic. Like you don't need a webinar, you don't need huge email lists. I do all have that, but that didn't lead me to 4 million sales. Like a 4 million in sales I made through that funnel. That was the funnel, or is still the funnel, right? So you want to have a hook, and the hook again should be the 2 a.m. ChatGPT chat. It should be something that leaves people curious. Do not try to get, the hook is not like a whole sentence, like a quote. It's the beginning of a sentence. Try to think of, it's the beginning of the sentence. So I'll give you directly some examples. So for example, if I say bye-bye hashtags, it's just like a little statement, the beginning of something, right? People are like, oh, wait, why shouldn't I use hashtags anymore? Because I know that for my target audience, they think of what is a perfect hashtag strategy to actually grow on Instagram, right? But you don't need that. So therefore, I do say bye-bye hashtags, which leaves people so curious. They're like, wait, I need to go through that, right? That's the first thing. And let me tell you that the hook is 80% of your whole content piece. I'm not saying that you need to convert with over 5,000 followers. I do have a lot of posts that have just 10 comments that have just 10 or 20 comments, but from the right people. So therefore, make sure that it's something that leaves people curious, right? And you see, I use it all the time. Bye-bye content, just posted yesterday, or here, use it just before bye-bye hashtags. I do have also one with bye-bye reels. Yes, this one, for example, right? Or here, stop being coach. Like, try to make people curious. Stop being a coach. Stop selling online courses. Never launch anything as a female coach, right? People are like, wait, what? Or here, this is the most converting content piece you can post today. It's not the whole solution. Like, if I would say the most converting content piece you can post today is an introduction post, people would never go through. But if I say this is the most converting content piece you can post today, people are like, okay, what is it? I tell them the solution by going through everything, right? So make your hook, like your hook needs to be something that leaves people curious. If you do this, you will win. Now that's the first thing. Second thing is value. You want to give people a lot of value, like a bunch of value. And I see so many coaches saying like, but Selena, if I give all my value, will they even buy? Yes, they will. Because if they don't see you as an expert, if they don't see you as a person that can actually help them solve a problem, why should they buy from you? So give them all the information. You can literally give them your whole program and your content. They still don't have a structure. Like people pay for implementation, not for information. Like nowadays, specifically 2026, I mean, with AI, you can get all the information out there in a second, right? But people pay for implementation. People pay for you holding their hand. People pay for you asking you questions, and not the information that you actually drop in your program, right? Now, you want to give them a bunch of value, meaning that you want to give them a very clear value, step by step, right? So for example here, good example, this is the most converting content piece that you can post today. So I'm going to tell you exactly what to post if you want to actually convert followers into clients, not just likes, not just saves, actually paying clients. I'm not doing a lot of introduction before I give the value, because this leaves people like, oh, I really want to get the value right away. If I talk too much about the actual problem or about the introduction, people will just checking out, right? So you want to have one, maximum 2 slides in which you want to talk about what that is, right? Which is here. So I'm going to tell you exactly what to post, blah, blah. And then I already dropped the solution. It's called introduction post, and you're going to pin it to the top of your feed. So it's the first thing people see when they visit your profile, right? And then I say how to do that. So here's how to create step 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's the value part. And make sure that you do this part right. So a quick introduction to the problem itself, and then a step-by-step, very valuable step-by-step. Every single post should create already a little win for your clients to achieve, right? If you already achieve a little win, they're like, okay, wait, what do I do if I actually work with her, right? And that's the goal that you should have with your content. So as you can see, and you will see this pattern in all the things, right? I do say 1 or 2, 1, here's just 1, an additional 2. Maximum, which I talk about the problem, and then already like focus on this, step 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This is what you want to do. So very good value, step by step, a very simple breaking down step by step. This is what works. Now the last part, not the last part, sorry, the last part of the content piece is the CTA. You want to lead to a free resource. And I know you probably heard that all the time, but I'm talking about free resources that are actually good, not some generic bullshit that other people are posting like, oh, here's my 5 tips for becoming more confident or whatsoever. You want to have something that actually solves a problem for this specific person. And this is why we need to know their 2 a.m. thoughts to make sure that we can get the right free resource, right? It doesn't have to be something generic. It needs to be something that is actually pretty good, right? So for example, one of my free resources is a 3-step system to get clients through organic content, aka how I actually make money, right? That's the freebie. Like a very intense, in detail, step-by-step plan with content pieces that it can copy and paste, with sales hacks, like everything is in it to actually make sales. So if someone would go through that free resource, they could probably already make a lot of money, right? Just from that free resource. Now think of someone is going through that and they actually make a lot of money. People are like, wow, what if I just work with her? Like what can I achieve if I get all her knowledge, if I get, work with her brain instead of just a free resource. And this is how you want to see your free resource, right? Not a PDF or something. I just work with Google Docs. Super simple Google Docs, that's it, right? Could be a Google Doc. You just want to have a very strong title in which you explain title that is solving a problem for your audience. This is what you want to do, right? Audience. Yeah, okay. So you want to have a title that's solving a problem for your audience, right? Hey, here's a 3-step system to actually make money. Or one of my most famous free resources is a 30-day content plan to attract high-paying clients, right? Like it's a 30-day plan. Like give them something which is already a win, like a 3-step system they can directly implement, a 30-day content plan to just copy and paste. They can directly implement stuff like that. Sales script. I do have a free resource with a sales script. They can directly implement within the next sales call, right? So make sure you have something that they can immediately implement and can get results from. Now that's the next thing. And then what you want to do with that free resource, you want to give them or give that free resource within your DM. So you want to have a pitch saying something like, for example, comment a specific keyword and I will send it over. Now this is where a follower converts into an actual lead. Because what happens here is that this follower is raising their hands and saying like, hey, this is me. I have a problem with making sales, specifically for this. I have a problem with making sales, so please send me that over so I can get better in closing clients. Which says for me, okay, this person is actually a person that I could get into my program, right? Now, whenever you do a pitch, could be comment, could be a DM, you want to get into they want to get into your DMs, and this is where the magic happens, because you want to start a normal, a normal conversation with a human, right? It should be a conversation between 2 humans and not like a scripted conversation and not like a robot, not like an AI bot or something, right? You just want to have a conversation. So how you want to start is you want to send them the free resource. And if you have a big following, definitely use ManyChat to get them just a free resource, not more. Like the whole conversation should be you, like it should be you as a person, not an AI, not ManyChat or something, nothing automated, but to send them the resource. If you have a big audience like I have, like the 1 million on Confidently Woman, I couldn't keep up. If for example, the last post, and I posted this a few days ago, got over 700 comments, right? Or for example, this one with over 5,000, I couldn't come up with 700 comments to just actually send them something, right? So you want to use ManyChat if you have a huge audience. If you do not have a huge audience, saying everything under 1,000 followers probably would never integrate ManyChat right now because you can do it manually, right? Now you want to send them the resource either manually or with ManyChat, and then you want to have the first message from you, which is saying something like, is there anything specific you want to learn from my content? And you say, might be able to send something else that would help. Very simple. Because you do have to understand, if the frame is someone came in because they want to get your free resource, they don't want to get pitched. They don't want to get sold to, right? They just want to have another free resource. They just want to have information, more information. This is where you start a conversation. And 99% of the people reply with their problem. Because even though it's not like a question of, okay, what is your challenge? How can I help? People would never respond to that. I mean, never say never, but usually people won't respond to that. But if you say, hey, is there anything specific you want to learn from my content? They respond with, oh yes, I'm following you because I have this issue. 99% reply with a problem without you ask them for the problem. And this is the magic, right? And after that, you just want to have a usual conversation, finding out if this person, or if you can help this person. And if yes, you want to invite this person to a call. And here's where you make the close, right? This is a typical sales call. I do not do typical sales calls. I give a lot of value within my calls. So either they go with me, like they work with me, or not, they get a bunch of value and they can directly implement, right? This is how I personally handle my sales calls. I would recommend that for you to do too. Like a sales call should always be like a kind of strategy session. You always want to give them so much value that they could implement that, but they pay you to actually get it faster, to accelerate, to have you as a helping hand, to have you reviewing everything, etc., right? That's the magic. And trust me, 4 million in sales just with that funnel. It's an organic funnel. You can do it right away. The only thing that you need to prepare is a free resource. And again, it could be a simple Google Doc. If you go back to my Instagram account and if you just, use a specific keyword on a post, you will just see my free resource. Just go in, just comment with a keyword and just see how my free resources look like. And that's it, right? Just see how I structure them. It's really just a Google Doc, not more, not less. That's it, right? A very simple Google Doc, having a lot of information on it, and that's it. So therefore, this is what you want to do. So you want to have, to recap, you want to know, first off, who your audience is, who you want to talk to. Second, you want to have a very irresistible offer. Third, you want to create content, which is a hook. 80% again is the hook. You want to create an amazing hook that leaves people curious. It is the 2 a.m. ChatGPT chat of your ideal client. You want to have a bunch of value, best case with a step-by-step. That's important. With a step-by-step in it so people can directly implement. You want to have a CTA that leads to a free resource. Your free resource, simple Google Doc. Title is solving a problem for your audience. A lot of value in. You want to get them into a conversation. You want to send them the resource. If you have a big audience, use ManyChat. If not, do it manually. The first message after sending the resource, you say, is there anything specific you want to learn from my content? Might be able to send something else that would help. They reply with their problem. You have a usual conversation, finding out if you can help this person by asking, what is your goal? What have you tried so far? And if you can see you can help this person, you want to invite them to a call and you want to close. That's it. Go ahead. Implement right now. After watching this video, just go ahead and implement and come back to my Instagram account. Let me know results. I'm curious.